I wish I had all day with you. Mr. Walker, my friend, you've been working on this issue as longer than anyone. And you've got a good, I think, pulse on the mix of things that have to happen. So I put tremendous confidence in your counsel. But this, you are the one that sort of revealed to me that, and shockingly so for me, I mean, just profoundly shocking, that there was a time when our nation, our free and sovereign states, recognized or expressed such great concern about a runaway federal government that there was the requisite number of states, Scott, that applied for a convention of the states to rein us in with some set of controls. Not all of them were fiscal, but the majority of them were. Explain what happened next. So we had the requisite number of states. What's supposed to happen that didn't happen, and what do we need to do to make sure that that grievous error never happens again?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The founders were very smart people. They envisioned that Congress might become so out of touch and so out of control, or that there could be certain issues where there was a fundamental conflict of interest, controlling spending, mounting debt burdens, term limits, campaign finance, that they provided that the states should have an equal opportunity to be able to propose constitutional amendments under Article 5 of the Constitution. Under Article 5, it says that if 2/3 of the states, at present 34, file an application for a convention of states to propose one or more amendments, then the Congress shall, non-discretionary, automatic, no independent judgment, call the convention. I and a few other people have discovered that in 1979, 39 states, well more than the 34, had active applications for a convention of states limited to a fiscal responsibility amendment. Of the 39, 32 were fiscal responsibility only. The other 9 were plenary, meaning any topic. In 1983, it rose to a high of 40, with 32 fiscal responsibility only. As of today, there's still a majority of the states that have fiscal responsibility only. The Congress has been derelict since 1979. It's my understanding nobody here was in Congress in 1979, so you can blame your predecessors, okay? But the fact of the matter is that this is critically important. Congress has not assigned responsibility for anybody to receive, store, and count the applications, not just for fiscal responsibility, but for anything. And I'm here to tell you that several states are now planning to sue the Congress for failure to call a convention of states to propose a fiscal responsibility amendment. It's not just about fiscal responsibility, which I believe is job one. If we don't put our finances in order, frankly, this other stuff doesn't matter. But other people want term limits. Some people want campaign finance. They want different issues. The Congress has got to do 2 things. One, establish the process. That's what HCR 24 is about, Mr. Chairman. Thank you for introducing it. And secondly, if we've ever hit 34, which we have, but if we've ever hit 34, call the convention, unless the Congress wants to do something itself. By the way, last thing, the 17th Amendment, which is direct election of senators, and of course there's pros and cons to that, but nonetheless, the 17th Amendment, the states got enough for a convention back then, but it was never called because the Congress acted. The Congress proposed its own amendment. But Congress has done nothing on this other than talk, and that's got to change.
It is a constitutional travesty, and I can't shake it, that we had the requisite number and we failed to act. And now we are so far worse without that intervention. I've got 30 seconds. I want to give it to Ms. Bacha. My colleagues and I have a healthy debate about balanced budgets and fiscal commissions, and some would say that's our job. I mean, ultimately, it's about our will collectively to do these things, whether bipartisan or in reconciliation, unilaterally. We never do it, but it's our job. And no other mechanism, fiscal commission, balanced budget or otherwise, is going to save us from this, from ourselves, so to speak.